Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Got him downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a goal.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this year after year. Michigan always has a stable full of them.
A shot toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level, getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
To the ground with the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab down the left side. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Michigan 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I think everybody thinks when you say that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Here comes the Texas offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
Using his legs, it's Blue. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Longhorns will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to...
And the ball is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Ewers. A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him.
He tries to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position, because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
To the air, it's Ewers. Picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead.
That makes the score Michigan 14, Texas 7.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Texas.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception.
Go blue.
And he's back after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back.
Was that 3 picks in a row? He quit. It's that Michigan defense. 3 picks in a row.
Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Michigan Wolverines taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the tailback. The Wolverines get the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time. The defense was able to get a negative play.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Back to throw. It's Warren. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
A third and long coming up here. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. They'll give it to the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a crease. It's Singleton. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Allard. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. Going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that ball is picked off.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The back goes in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Got his man to the left. Afterburner's coming. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Looking to pass. It's Allard. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Snagged in the middle. It's Wallace. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
He looks that one in nicely. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pulls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snapped it in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Aller. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And the offense will try to conjure up some magic here with 4 seconds left in the half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it! Touchdown, Penn State!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground. Fires into traffic, picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success if they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Warren. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls off to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting the hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around, and there was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking to throw, it's Aller. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got his man. All kinds of running room. At the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And they took a shot. I like it. Make the big play. Once you start getting closer to the goal line, you start running out of space, Jesse. Now, this big play down in the red zone in a scoring position.
Yeah, and it was a nice job, too, David, of the quarterback letting the coverage dictate where he threw the football. That wasn't a force. That wasn't a predetermined decision. That time, he was looking at this, reading whether it was zone or man. He found his matchup, and here they go. Now they've got the ball down in the red zone.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Warren. Going for 6. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they could...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need a double team.
The Heat got two.
God bless.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Looking for a block. It's Morris. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Penn State 21, Michigan 8.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Loveland. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job of getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Back to pass, it's Allard. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Nittany Lions get enough to move the chains. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
catch in the middle. It's Fleming. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Caught near the sticks. It's Warren. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job. And understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are used.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. To the air, it's Allard. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese, and there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on.
on the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Daniels. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. Some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply could...
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. We've got a lot of ball left to play. We've got to keep going.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know.
He's going to go for a big one. And that pass is caught at the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He finds his man, and they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Makes the grab, it's Lacey. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Morris. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Warren. He lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
That's a beautiful pass.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 8, Michigan 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the counter. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on there.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Coming after him. And the pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Defensive score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Lofts one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Quarterback moving. He fires it out to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Lets it fly. And that pass is intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's going to let it go. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second half.
He's going to pass on second down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's looking on the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at 3rd.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
He makes the catch. Bulldozes him. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take...
All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share. Victory Hand.